This is your daily market recap for Thursday, July 20th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, July 20th, 2023, Thursday. Well, OpEx, ChopEx, as we've said many times. Please watch the options expiration videos. There's 3 of them talking about what to expect, the choppiness, the volatility, why everything happens the way it does, why most tops do not happen during options expiration or the first and last 3 business days of the month. As we can see, talked about topping action. Even the bears were scared to short. No different than at the lows. What do bulls do? They can't pull the trigger to buy. So what does this have to do with now? Well, guess what? Thursday of options expiration, probably going to be the top here with professional gap. So let's go through the evidence. Now, again, doesn't necessarily mean it has to crash quickly, but it can. Velocity begets velocity. If you had profits, as we've asked, we've warned, whether it's in Tesla, whether it's in NVDA, whether it's in whatever stock you may have been long, roll up your stops and take profits into strength, because sometimes you don't know. You could find yourself in a 10% correction and you can lose 10% of your gains in a matter of hours. I'm telling you, people don't pay attention to this stuff. They don't realize, like, taking profits into strength. It's the hard thing to do, but it is the right thing to do. If you want to join the Discord room, link is in the description below. Post a lot of things on Twitter. Talked about that yesterday, like how maybe this is a top. Remember we talked about NVIDIA? And Microsoft added enough market cap. What was it? It was worth 462 of the names. What is it? Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy right here. Bigger than companies Nike, Wells Fargo, Walt Disney, Morgan Stanley, Intel, etc. Blow off top-ish. Remember, think of the emotions. It's not about the fundamentals, please. And again, we've talked about the money supply, contracting, Philly Fed. This is interesting too, and this is a phenomenon we've recently listened. If you don't know this, it's called the buddy pass. It's when brokerages upgrade stocks at the highs, downgrade them at the lows, so their buddies can sell or buy stocks as needed. It's a crooked game, a very crooked game, but that's what they do. If you're new to the channel, again, check out the YouTube page. Tons of information. Here's some of the options expiration videos. Again, Back to Basics series. It's also on my website, thetradingagent.com. Here you go. Newer trader stuff at the top, more advanced towards the bottom. If you're looking for higher yields, again, I recommend this Marcus account. Easy referral, 3 months, 5.15, and then 4.15 after that. But if rates move, they adjust your rate up with it. It's not like you're locked in. And the thing that I love is that it's easy to share. And if you need to get your money in somewhere that is FDIC insured, and you are over 250, you better take every single precaution out there to do that, because I'm telling you, the banking system is not sound. It is not sound. Fed funds futures, basically 100%. We're going to have a rate hike. Bitcoin, it is literally teetering on the edge. Remember we talked about this? Keep an eye on it, okay? Please. I mean, we talked about fake breakouts, the him and hers top, which is more of a straight, like a V top and then a chop top. Keep an eye on it. Oil, as we've said, I mean, there's a lot going on geopolitically. A lot of people think oil's going to rip. I mean, whatever. It has probably upside, but just as much downside. I don't know why you just wouldn't stick to tech shorts. Natural gas, as we've said. Yawn. Oh, is the video over yet? No, it's dead money. Dead ass money. Dollar, let's keep it in order. We talk about holding range lows, said the volatility precedes the volatility. We thought this was a pretty big down move. Now we're rallying. Keep an eye on this. Again, I don't know which way the dollar's going to go. But the volatility in the dollar, well, I mean, it's in a choppy zone. I think it's going higher, ultimately. That's my guess. But choppy. Until it breaks out of the range, make no assumption. You can trade the ranges, but until it breaks out, it hasn't broken out. TLT, bonds, got dumped this morning. And what are they doing? What are they doing? Looks like they are rallying back with authority. Man, after the auction, look at this. After the auction today, midday, somebody was there. Somebody was there picking up bonds. And what have we said? We like bonds. They were like, oh, you like bonds? Yeah, I like them at the right prices. I think there's a trade in. We talked about it. If you bought it in the 98 level, for example, the TLT, you've made 2%. Whee! Now, again, it might not be the sexy trade, but watch this range. I would not chase it. I'd let the prices come to you. The VIX. Market must be down a ton. It is over the 20-day, though. We've been basing here, and I've said this 1,000 videos for 1,000, seems like days. No, but the reality is, again, the market's not going to bottom with a VIX that gets 38. That's just, I'm sorry. That's not the real bottom here, y'all. That is not the real bottom. Big bear market bottoms have VIXs that will blow your fucking mind. Excuse my language. Literally, blow your mind. You're going to be like, holy crap. People are unloading at paces I've never seen in my life. That's when you'll know. Because there'll be like endless liquidity. And that's when the big boys load the boat. VIX holding up. Talked about this. All right, it is 151. We're getting close enough. Need to close. Keep an eye. Left-right combo. Clearly it's holding with 450. Has to hold 450. Breaks below it. Could get smoked. Qs absolutely popped today. Big left-right combo with the professional gap. Watch the 20-day. Once the 20-day breaks, adios. Now keep in mind it's OPEX. Could we chop it around tomorrow? Who knows? It just feels like the top is in. We've talked about this. Blow off tops. IWM, same thing. Left-right combo. Retest the highs. A lower high essentially. Will it turn over? DIA holding up because of IBM. IBM not holding up as the day goes on. Look at these long wicks. Again, spray back up to highs. You can see it right in her, right in this area. Holding up. We'll see. Again, I mean, you don't want to see these kind of candles on high volume because that's just, it's sneaky distributive. Gold, as we said, leave it alone. They're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We popped, as we told you, this was going to pop. We said, July is seasonally bullish. There's your bullish move. Now watch the next resistance. Silver. If the market sells, so will silver. It will not be immune. Look where we got to. We filled the gap essentially. And again, it's a gap. Either way, is this a fake breakout though? Look at this. Multiple days up. Bleh, giving it back. We talked about the miners not confirming the metals move. As metals got back up to the ranges, look at these things. Lagged hard. Look at this. Broke out. Failure. This is bearish. But confirm it by getting below 31 and change. GDXJ, junior miners lead. They lagged. Now they're lagging again. Not acting as well. Danger. Keep an eye on it, right? AG. Talked about this rallying, probably setting a trap. See what happens when we got in the 6-7 range. We said it, we talked about this. Bottoming, rallying, dead cat bounce. Seen a lot of places. AEM, same thing. I mean, all these things were oversold. Could you have traded them up? We talked about it. Do you want to hold them? I probably would. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. If you don't know the history, miners get absolutely obliterated in bear markets. And then they rally when the QE starts. We are not seeing QE. Newmont had earnings. Ugh, giving it. Give it up. Not really looking so good. PAAS, same thing. New high, engulfs down. That's not bullish. Whatever. Taiwan Semi comes out with earnings. Misses. Guides down. Holding this 97 range so far. Watch the 50-day. Today's candle, a little indecisive. We'll see if it follows through. Micron was up earlier, giving it right back. Now again, this thing has gotten beaten a little. Not surprised. 50-day. It's some of the ones I've been holding up that are getting taken over the woodshed. But AMD, here's another one. Talked about this being done. We talked about this being the top, right? High volume, big candle. You rally back because of the market. You double top. Oof, goodbye. And not goodbye. NVIDIA, we talked about beware of it riding the lightning in the channel high. Okay. ASML's earnings weren't reviewed well by the market. And guess what? Here we go. Chips, Intel, same kind of crap. Rallies, professional gap. Watch the 20-day. I mean, a lot of these look bad. People keep talking about buying this stuff. I'm like, how high are you? SMH, watch the 20-day. So far, so good. But look at this volume, guys. Coming off of the high. I'm telling you, that is just... It's distributive. It's distributive. I don't know when it cracks. Is it cracking or is it going to crack or is it straight crack? We don't know. Adobe hits the 1.5 extension. Little novice professional gap down. Earnings coming up. Apple, same kind of thing. Makes a new high. Long wick. We talked about in this day in the earlier review market, live chat. Amazon, if you shorted this in the mid 130s, we told you to wait. We said wait for this level. Now watch the 20-day. Earnings coming up. Cracking. CRM. Blow off top. CEO sells $100 million worth of shares in this time frame. Rallies higher for some reason. And Guggenheim said mid 120s are a struggle. Here you go. Again, we gave so many good entries. You're welcome. Meta. Now this one just blew off way more than it should. And now it's engulfing the last 5 days. Bearish. Watch the 20-day. Think about it. It just all these days just got sold to. Microsoft blow off on their subscription model. Look at the liquidity here. Someone was unloading into bullish information. Keep in mind. Watch that. NDAQ. We talked about any rallies at PAAS. Short. Man, that's didn't rally as much as you think. It's like dare them get off the mat. The NASDAQ exchange is the dead exchange of the future. No one's going to be trading tech. I'm going to say that now. They're all going to be trading commodities for years to come because that's what happens after a bull market. It rotates into commodities or some other sector, and it's just not going to be tech. I can guarantee that. It will not be tech. MicroStrategy. Rode up with Bitcoin, said watch this zone. I mean, a pretty big wide zone. Auto zone. No, it just is what it is. We talked about this area. Well, you get into it. 450s, 460s, whatever. Failure. Netflix. Growth. A growth name, right? Look at this. Look at this gap down. That is so dangerous. That's why I tell people, be careful in earnings. I bet everybody's anticipating going higher. There goes your profit. Oh, I have to hold through earnings? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. That's just the reality. If you hold through earnings, you're a clown. Roblox. There you go. We talked about it. Rallying. We like this name long term on some dips. Come on in. I like dip in the 20s. Chips and dips. Tesla. Again, this is why you don't hold through earnings. Never know. Bang. Talked about once it broke this level and then broke the 20-day, you could add shorts. Don't chase it, but this is why we're hot. No, I guess you can expand this now, because I don't think we're getting back up there. If we do, it's an absolute short. Tesla, and again, remember at the lows when we told people you could buy this. Oh, it's going to zero. Up here, it's going to 500. Even the bears were scared to short. Even down here, the bulls were scared to buy. Look what happened. I'm telling you, that's the repeating pattern. Letter X, some of these material names holding up. Again, talking about global conflict. Again, when the recession eats everything up, these will fall. They'll throw the baby out the bathwater. We like them, but keep an eye on it. Nucor, interesting action, right? Rally back up, chopping around here again. I'd watch this 163 level very tightly. Caterpillar, we said, love the short up here. Retesting the range highs, filling the gap. You're welcome. I might as well just do that. I don't know why I didn't, but there it is. There it be. Keep in mind, earnings. VALE, we talked about this global growth name, just solely grow. Wrong. Failure. Just looks like crap. Chopping 14s. Arrow. I like this name on the pullbacks. We do like this name. It's been holding up relatively well, but it feels very distributive, but held up well. I'd keep an eye on it. CCJ. Again, is there an easier trade? Yeah. Again, I would love to see this thing get slammed. Just let it come back. CF, some of these ag names we talked about would rally because they had oversold capitulations, right? We talked about this. Now you've got some grain stuff coming out with Ukraine and Russia. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what I'd be on the lookout for. Mosaic. Yeah, I like these names. Let them all pull back. They're going to be choppy bottoms. Love them all. Love them all. I love to eat. Hopefully you do too. Same thing, NTR. Not surprised these things gave you the bounce. Just again, if you want to trade around them, great. Hold them for the long run. If you hold them for the long run, I'd sell some deep in the money covered calls and pray these things get slaughtered and you keep all that premium. If you own NTR, sell the 45 calls out 4 months from now. Be easiest money ever made. AA, another global growth name on fire. No. Aluminum. XLF. Now you got to give financials credit. Clearly somebody, again, as the market is top Xing because of liquidity, is this a short squeeze in the banks getting into, again, zero doubt. Like if we get into, you're not getting over these levels. I can bet you we will not sustain over 35, 36. Just, again, keep an eye out for shorts. JP Morgan, Interesting. Again, everybody loves them, thinks they're going to win, but at some point, there's no one to loan money to. Their margins ain't going to squeeze. Morgan Stanley talked about this being oversold. Let it play out. All right, 3-day rule, maybe in effect. I mean, maybe in this 93, 94 area. 95, short daddy area. Goldman. Again, we talked about these names. Holding the trend. Don't be surprised. Now that they bounce, like, oh, I can't short them. It's like, do you want to short the lows or the highs, player? Now, at this point, I mean, I guess I think there's a trend line that here at some point, right? Getting close enough. Keep an eye on that. That looks so juicy. KRE, we talked about the oversold short rally that would come. We talked about watch up. If it got over the 100-day, watch this range where the blue is in the 47s. This stuff seems like a no-brainer to short. XBI should be up. No. We talked about rally at all of these moving averages. Left-right combo. Rally's up to 87. Now it's starting to look a little tired. HYG, you love to look at this corporate debt. You know, get range highs, holding. Talked about this in the live review. Watch 75, holding for now. TAN, love the shorts. Love it. Hit the 200-day again. Solar subsidies will not be around forever. ENPH, we talked about it rallying. Keep in mind, it has earnings coming up. Talked about dead cat bounce, could be in this choppy range. But if you're shorting near the range highs, it makes sense, but also be careful with earnings. Sedgerton, we talked about this is another one that was a great short. We said if it rallied the 200-day, you're welcome. First Solar said watch the 200 level, but said this is why you can't just short indiscriminately when you hit a price. You don't bring a ruler to trading. We said somewhere in this like low 200 would be nice, but look what it did. It back tested the trend line to a T. Doink. That was the spot. And sometimes it's easier to say after the fact, but that's the reality. Oil holding up again with the global tension. Again, do I trust it? No. But again, I'm not even really worried about it. UNG, I mean, can you even see it? Is it moving? Flatline. Pulse. Clear. Not awake. XOP. Surprised. Surprised it's holding up. Small, tight candle. No, I mean, again, watch this stuff. I mean, I think it's holding up because of some of the other things going on in the world. ExxonMobil, on the precipice of breaking down, comes back alive. It is very choppy, sloppy. Watch this 100 area. Occidental, going nowhere fast. Keep an eye on it, right? PX Dizzle, holding up. We talked about all these names. They're just going to be choppy, sloppy. EQT, same thing. Got over 40 today. Let's see the volume. No volume. Could it just be a retest, an OPEX retest? That's what I'd be watching. And last but not least, Flex LNG. Love this dividend yield. Like this for the long run, right? Chopping, please bring this thing to absolutely beat the crap out of this thing. So I love it. All right, if you have any questions, again, please reach out. Talked about a lot of things in the live chat today. I think people need to watch these. They're some of the best videos you can be because they're doing during market hours as things are going on that are important. All right, if you have any questions, please reach out. You know where to hit me up. Thank you again for all the love and support. Thank you for the donations. If you're doing well and you want to chip off some for donations, I always appreciate it. I will pay attention to everything you're doing because, again, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. I love helping people. And if you're donating, again, it's not required. It just makes you're investing your money that I care. I mean, people say, oh, that sounds great. You know, it's like if you're rewarding, you're doing well and you're doing the stuff right, man, it's not required. But now I know who you are. Hey, I know that you're really doing this stuff and it's working. I'm happy for you. Again, that's the thing about this. It's like pay it forward. You help others. When you become your own teacher, you will help others. And I'm telling you, the best reward in the world is just giving away your time and energy to people who love and appreciate it. That's what it is. I love it. All right. Talk to you guys and gals later. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.